Salve pessoal, sejam muito bem-vindos ao primeiro vídeo do Detonado de Max Payne 2. Como prometi no Detonado de Max Payne 1, eu iria trazer Max Payne 2 na dificuldade Dead on Arrival, que em português significa Morto na Chegada. E diferente de Max Payne 1, aqui em Max Payne 2 só podemos salvar o jogo 4 vezes durante o jogo inteiro. Além, claro, que os inimigos aqui são muito mais fortes comparados com as outras dificuldades, né? A normal, a média e a difícil. E bom, Max Payne 2 foi lançado em 2003. Max Payne 2 teve algumas melhorias. Além de ter umas melhorias gráficas, mudou também os atores, né, dos personagens. E também que a história é uma continuação direta do Max Payne 1. E o Max Payne 2, ele conta a história de romance entre Max Payne e Mona Sachs, como vocês bem sabem. Mona Sachs, que apareceu no primeiro jogo, e aqui ela aparece também. E no Max Payne 2 é possível jogar com a Mona em algumas fases do jogo. E nesse vídeo eu estarei fazendo a introdução do jogo, beleza? Então é basicamente isso. Por favor, deixe aí o seu like no vídeo se você gostar desse vídeo e se inscreva no canal se você ainda não for inscrito no canal e também queiram ver os outros vídeos do Detonado de Max Payne 2 e também os outros vídeos aqui no canal, beleza? Então é isso, vamos para a gameplay.
I am Max Payne. My wife and daughter were murdered. It had something to do with the designer drug V. I transferred from the NYPD to the DEA, went undercover to find their killers. I got too close. I was framed for murder. With nothing to lose, I went after the Mafia during the worst winter storm in a century. My first stop was Vinny Gagnetti, a lowlife in the habit of taking his frustrations out on underage call girls. I left him bleeding in an alley after I'd gotten what I wanted out of him. I met Mona Sachs in a gothic nightclub, Ragnarok. She was a hired killer. We were after the same man, her sister's sadistic husband. I was drawn to her for all the wrong reasons. I made a deal with Vladimir Lem. The Russian was a smooth operator. He helped me get to the mob boss I was after, but I was in over my head. The government was involved. A mystery man called Alfred Woden told me the name of my real enemy, Nicole Horn. Woden and Horn were both members of a secret society, the Inner Circle. She was behind V, behind everything. While working for the DA, my wife had accidentally seen papers that incriminated Horn. Woden promised to take care of the charges against me if I took Horn out. Deputy Chief Jim Bravura of the NYPD was trailing me by the empty shell casings that I left behind. Gunshots made me deaf to the sirens, but they couldn't drown the sobs of my dead wife. Mona sided with me against Horn. She took a bullet for that. Her body disappeared behind closing elevator doors. I killed Horn. I gave myself up to the police. I had enough evidence against Woden to know that he'd keep his promise. I lied to myself that it was over. I was still alive. My loved ones were still dead. It wasn't over.
Such a damsel in distress.
They were all dead. Love kills. Did I love her? Was there a choice? The past is a gaping hole. You try to run from it. The more you run, the deeper, more terrible it grows behind you. Its edges yawning at your heels. Your only chance is to turn around and face it.
We are at the sea. Repeat, we are at the sea.
But it's like looking down into the grave of your love.
Check the area! Hold your fire!
Or kissing the mouth of a gun, a bullet trembling in its dark nest, ready to blow your head off.
We're losing him.
Multiple gunshot wounds, pupils blown, head trauma, God only knows what
He's in
else.
shock. Start 2 large bore IVs, get him to ICU.
He's not responding! This guy is a train wreck! We're losing him!
When I woke up in the hospital earlier tonight, I thought it couldn't get any worse. I opened my eyes, and everything slid into focus. She was dead. I was hurt. My crime, what I had done, was like a hungry pit behind me. I had to run, get as far away from it as possible. The world was out of joint. I was hallucinating. I had to get away.
Max, the route's clear.
Wait to present Max Payne.
Matt, we're here.
Max, deals for my friends.
Pain? We need to get out of here. The
Max, 911.
Sorry, I broke you.
E ok, aqui começamos. O Max Payne já tá zoado já. Já encontrei aqui 2 vidas, 2 analgésicos. Bom, e aqui, semelhante a Max Payne 1, a gente pode interagir com tudo, cara, com tudo mesmo. Que da hora, velho. Não, isso aqui é muito legal, mano. Olha esse reflexo, mano. Isso aqui é um jogo de 2003, velho. Até já usei as vidas. Mano, isso daqui é muito legal, velho.
Max, what's going on?
Max, about what happened.
Hello? Anyone there?
Hey! Drop your weapons!
What are you so afraid of? What do you want from me?
There was a blind spot in my head. A bullet-shaped hole where the answer should be.
Mais vidas.
Denial. I want...
E como vocês podem ver também, esse jogo tá em inglês. Infelizmente esse jogo aqui não tem aquela dublagem maravilhosa do primeiro jogo. Mas mesmo assim, tem como entender algumas coisas. Eu já entendo a história, então pra mim não é um problema.
Dr. Magdalena from ER. You can give away the bed you were holding for me. That detective we were waiting for was DOA. She's headed for the morgue.
Aqui eles corrigiram aquele barulho engraçado do primeiro jogo.
I'll deal with Payne. He's as good as dead.
Freeze, NYPD!
Found him!
Toma! Ragdoll, mano. Já tenho dual pistols aqui já.
She's one of them. She's here to kill me.
Back off, Payne.
Winterson!
Max Payne já tá vendo coisas já, velho. Algumas torneiras. Ó, esse daqui, ó. Esse daqui é muito legal, ó.
Mira's men pretended to be hospital wardens.
The flesh. I think I died. I think I'm dead. I don't know. Death is coming. It's coming. They're here. Get away. I'm gonna hurt you.
They said I was an escaped mental patient.
Diagnosis: paranoid schizophrenic.
Bom, como vocês podem ver, aquele que apareceu ali é o Sun Lake. E ali estavam fazendo uma referência direta aos drogados, né? Aqueles viciados em Valkyria do Max Payne 1. Olha lá, o Jim Bravura.
You're not going anywhere. What happened out there? You did it. Eternal affairs is breathing down my neck. Did you do it? You killed her.
No, I can't.
Ih, já era pra ele. Virou peneira, mano.
Bullshit.
What the? They were after me. It was my fault. You can't run from your past. You'll end up running in circles. Until you fall back down to the same hole you were trying to escape from. Only the hole's grown deeper.
Bom, temos que fugir.
I had tried to run from it, edit it out. Winterson was dead. I was a murderer.
Como vocês podem ver, o Max Payne acabou de falar que matou essa mulher aí. Depois a gente vai descobrir quem é ela.
A false start. The hospital bed wasn't the beginning. It was past the point of no return. A fatal choice already made. And it would get worse before the end. The past is a puzzle, like a broken mirror. As you piece it together and you cut yourself, your image keeps shifting. And you change with it. It could destroy you, drive you mad. It could set you free.
You, inside! Drop your weapons and come out with your hands above your head!
You'll see the choices you didn't know you'd made, like staying at work late to chat with a friend, instead of hurrying home to your family.
Fan out, people! Circle around! Cover all the exits!
Kissing her, I think of the cold laws of cause and effect.
Where are those extra units? Call the Central! We need every available unit here now!
I am afraid, but I start again from the beginning. Trace my own steps to the scene of the crime. I had wanted to be punished for what I had done, but Alfred Woden had kept his word. With his influence, ridiculously, I had emerged from my history of violence unscathed. A hero. I didn't thank him. I couldn't stomach it. I left the DEA. I went back to where I had started out. Back to the job. The NYPD.
Reported shots fired in the warehouse there, acknowledged.
It's mine. I'm on it.
10-4.
It wasn't a call for a homicide detective, but I knew the address. The warehouse belonged to Vladimir Lem. He was connected to organized crime. We went back a while, like brothers caught on opposite sides in a civil war. His words. I need backup. Unknown number of armed perps inside. Possible hostage situation.
10-4, backup is on its way.
I'm going in.
E é basicamente isso. Eu termino por aqui o primeiro vídeo do Detonado de Max Payne 2, jogando na dificuldade Dead on Arrival. Como disse para vocês antes, nessa parte eu faria só a introdução, e no próximo vídeo a gente começa pra valer as missões do jogo, ok? Então, novamente, deixa aí o seu like no vídeo se você gostou do vídeo e se inscreva no canal se você ainda não for inscrito no canal e também queira ver os outros vídeos do Detonado de Max Payne 2, ok? Nos vemos no próximo vídeo do Detonado e falou!